My name is Mike Sadler, and I've spent my life with cars. Whether it's sand dunes and drag strips, museums, car shows, even the backyard garage, I'm always on the lookout for speed and shine.
Well, I don't know if I can do it. Hey, welcome to the season finale of Speed and Shine. In today's episode, we're going to visit our friend Brian at Avenue Auto, and we're going to look at a utility van that you could purchase and put to work today. But first, have you ever heard of Hickory Corners, Michigan? It's out in the middle of nowhere, but what is there that is really cool is a hidden gem, the Gilmore Car Museum. Multiple buildings full of classic cars, even a recreation of a couple dealerships. We got a private tour. Let's check it out. Today we're at the Gilmore Car Museum. I'm here with Josh. Josh, this is such a wonderful facility. I enjoy myself every time I'm here. How big is it?
Thank you. It's, the property overall, the entire Gilmore campus is 90 acres. With recent expansion from last year, we're up to 210,000 square feet under roof of galleries and presentations. We have 7 different partner museums on the campus, and in addition to the Gilmore collection in our Heritage Center. So it's a spectacular spot out here in Hickory Corners, Michigan.
It's really the only thing that's in Hickory Corners,
well,
right?
I mean, it is definitely the one of the larger destinations in Hickory Corners and the greater area, near Kalamazoo, halfway between Detroit and Chicago. But one of the blessings about being out here is that we have the space, right? 90 acres, a campus. We have these, beautiful late 1800s, early 1900s red barns. We've got, kind of throwback, period, era appropriate dealerships representing some of the different car brands like Cadillac or Model A with the Model A Museum. So it's a really special place.
It is, and we're in a beautiful room right here. What's this room?
So this is the muscle car gallery. So for now, our muscle cars are displayed in here, but one of our next construction projects, and that we're fundraising for right now, is a all-new mid-century modern, kind of mid-1960s inspired muscle car dealership, muscle car museum that will be a standalone building on the campus. So for now, it's a presentation of muscle cars here, but we hope in the next couple of years we'll have a really neat new museum in addition out on the lawns.
Awesome. And so you're collecting money for donations. How does someone donate towards that?
So the best way to do that would be to visit the website gilmorecarmuseum.org. You can make a donation right on the page, or certainly if you're stopping at the museum, you can make a donation here. There's even a cash box by the muscle car gallery here. But as a 501c3 nonprofit, donations are tax deductible. And so, again, individual donors who want to see it happen or help line us up with a corporate sponsor or someone like that, or an individual donor who wants to put their name and have it be, John Smith's Muscle Car Museum at the Gilmore, or Edelbrock, or, Holly, or whoever it is. Those are the kinds of partners that we're looking to kind of help make the dream a reality for all the muscle car lovers out there.
So you're looking for a title sponsor?
Definitely.
All right. Maybe we can find them for you. So we're going to take a look at some of these cars in this room. I mean, I can't wait. The one and only. What does that mean?
It's an unbelievable car to have here. This is owned by Brian Stiles. It's here on loan, a really special car at the museum. This is the one and only 1967 Shelby GT500 convertible. So this was a prototype car, an engineering car. Wow. They wound up not moving forward with production. And Brian Stiles is a renowned Shelby expert, and he's got an amazing collection, but he shared this particular car with us. And again, 428 powered Shelby prototype car sitting next to another prototype car. That's what's really great here at the Gilmore Car Museum. We're fortunate not just to be able to present amazing Mustangs and
Sure.
production Mustangs and Shelbys, we have, super rare prototype cars here sitting side by side.
Well, you're lucky to have that on display here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did he have to do a lot of restoration?
On this particular car, I believe there was a restoration undertaken, and what's neat is this and a couple of the other prototype cars have been displayed side by side, I think at one of the Barrett-Jackson auctions and in a couple of other shows. This is, if you're into Shelbys and the history of Shelby American, this is like a holy grail type car.
So a holy grail car here at the Gilmore Museum.
That's right.
Well, Josh, this AMX, you don't see a lot of them, and I think that's a rare color scheme.
Yeah, it's a really neat car. 1969 AMC AMX promo car, so factory promo car with a red, white, and blue paint scheme. The owner, who has it here on loan with us, Daryl Salisbury, I think he told me that it was inspired by some of the Craig Breedlove car that existed, back in the 60s. And again, as a promo deal with the very rare, very special red, white, and blue paint schemes, is really highly sought after AMX, and Daryl's owned it for quite a long time, and it's had a meticulous restoration.
Yeah, the color scheme's good too because it's American Motors.
Right.
It's American
right, exactly.
color.
The pride of Kenosha, Wisconsin. So, yeah, neat to. You don't always see AMC well represented, but this is a great example of kind of their contribution to the muscle car era.
Josh, this 340 really stands out, the color.
Yeah, it's a sassy grass green, right? So that's one of the great things about the muscle cars in this era. Each manufacturer was trying to outdo the other with kind of like psychedelic colors and more youth-oriented with the color schemes and the graphics, even using cartoon characters to help sell the cars. But yeah, this is a really just a striking example of the color palette that the OEMs were using to attract the youth market.
And the names that they came up with to describe them was unusual too.
Yeah, exactly. Whether it's Roadrunner or CUDA or Cyclone, I mean, a lot of really interesting names, and the designers got to go a little wild at this time.
It really stands out when you walk in the room.
Yep, absolutely.
So where do you suggest we go next?
So I'm thinking, why don't we go out to the Campagna barn, to the upstairs, and check out our new early Ford barn exhibit that covers the first 50 years of Ford Motor Company.
Cool, let's do that.
Okay.
Well, we're here in the Ford exhibit barn. What a beautiful space. And what's displayed in here?
So this is new for this year. This is the early Ford barn exhibit upstairs in our two-story Campagna barn at the center of the campus. So it depicts the first 50 years of Ford, actually, from a 1903 Ford, one of the early cars, to Model Ts, to Model As, to Speedsters, to Hot Rods, on through to 35 Ford, 48 Ford, and 50 Ford with a flathead motor in it. So really chronicles the first 50 years of the Ford Motor Company in one really cool 1897 barn.
And I understand they moved it here?
Yes, this barn where the exhibit's at was moved here board by board from a farm in Fenville, Michigan, and told that the farm used to produce mint, awful lot of mint for the William Wrigley Jr. Company in Chicago. So again, the barn's from 1897, so imagine in the early 1900s they were producing a ton of mint that went into Wrigley double mint and spearmint gum.
The building itself is an exhibit.
Yeah, it's that's really, really impressive spaces and memorable, kind of charming barns, and architecture is part of the unique experience here at the Gilmore Car Museum.
And what's your favorite car in this room?
So my favorite is the 32 Ford Hot Rod with the Oldsmobile Rocket engine. It's a great example of an era-appropriate traditional hot rod. It has all the details, the touches, that a young person in the 1950s would have put into their car, and it demonstrates from the original Fords and the life that they led, being daily drivers and family cars and personal cars. Then it shows and demonstrates when they got older, they were loved again and customized and made faster, better handling, better performing, and again the appreciation for Fords and Ford hot rods lives on to today.
It's a beautiful display.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for coming to check it out.
And so, is part of your initiation process to work here, so somebody has to climb all the way up that ladder?
No, I haven't had to do it yet, but it might be on the list. I don't know.
So, the Model Ts, what's going on here?
Yeah, this is one of our Model T driving experience classes. So here at the Gilmore Car Museum, we have a program, and we teach about 800 people a year to drive Ford Model Ts. So you'd think, oh, just like modern cars. No, the pedals do different things. The throttle is up on the steering column. There's a high gear and a low gear you have to learn to manage. So it's kind of a fun step back in history. You can jump in the cars and learn about early vehicles, about early Fords, and then get a chance to drive 3 or 4 different Model Ts during your afternoon here, and it lines up with lunch over at our 1941 diner.
Wow, how incredible is that?
Yeah, it's a fun program. People love it, and it makes a great, especially when you're thinking about maybe a Father's Day gift or a Christmas gift, a memorable experience getting behind the wheel of a Model T.
And they just go online and they can purchase that?
Yep, gilmorecarmuseum.org. That's got all the information on the classes, on all of our car shows, on the concerts, all the events that happen here. It's the easiest way to look at the schedule and see if there's a class that you might want to sign up for.
When Hannah makes a claim with America's Preferred Home Warranty, she's able to choose her own licensed contractor for the repairs. But why does that matter? Let's see how it benefits you. First of all, you can choose a licensed contractor you know, or someone who comes highly recommended. Also, you can choose someone available on your schedule. After all, if a repair is urgent, you don't want to be waiting for the warranty company to send someone. You want it done fast. When you choose, you're in control. Your claim is determined using an independent assessment from your licensed contractor. And you can apply your claim payment to the parts and equipment that work best for your needs and budget. Finally, Hannah loves that choosing her own licensed contractor keeps money in her local community, which is a win for everyone. Just remember to always reach out to APHW before starting repairs. It's good to have a choice, and choosing your own licensed contractor with America's Preferred Home Warranty gives you the flexibility and control you deserve.
Normally, you're discouraged from sitting in the cars here at the Gilmore Car Museum, but this one they encourage you to.
Yeah, this is a 1938 Packard 12, and we're trying to, here at the Gilmore Car Museum, in the Classic Car Club of America Museum, this is a car for the experience, to get a chance to sit in a full classic among all these, full classic pre-1948 luxury and coach-built cars. So it's a real treat, great photo op for people. They can put it on social media, and a lot of kids or younger people have never even maybe sat in a car of this era.
True, true. And this is such a gorgeous building, and the cars are gorgeous. It's just amazing.
Yeah, it's a spectacular setting. This is just new last year, newly constructed 10,000 square foot expansion here at the Classic Car Club of America Museum, and they really did a masterful job in creating all new exhibits and an all new exhibit space for it as well. There's some digital technology and projectors and touch screens, and in the lobby as you walk in, the presentation with the beautiful chandeliers and the drop ceilings and the columns is made to evoke the salon presentation of the newest luxury cars in this era, in the teens and 20s, where whether it was New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, Detroit, in the fanciest hotels every year they'd roll out the new model cars and have folks come out and decide which ones they or their driver wanted to buy for that year.
Well, you succeeded, because when you come in, it's breathtaking and it's just great. And I saw Delahaye, and you got some really unique cars here.
Yes, there's a mix. Half of the presentation is of factory luxury cars. The other half are coach-built cars. So you do have that mix of, Duesenbergs and Packards and Delahayes and Rolls Royces. I mean, it's a great view of what American luxury, looked like before 1948.
After a kid sits in this, do they try to get in one of these other cars?
That's one of the things that we're thankful for. People are really, really respectful. Typically, all the guests are, and they understand. We're trying to have a car in each different gallery or in several galleries, so there is that kind of opportunity to sit in things. But it's unique at the Gilmore Car Museum. You can tell, like, these cars aren't off away behind gates or barricades or stanchions. Because people are respectful, you can actually get up close enough to peer in and see the dash and see the gauges and the interior and some of the details, where you wouldn't have that opportunity if we had to keep them far back away from our guests. So it's great to be able to showcase the cars like this and let people really get close and experience them.
Yeah, and because you can walk around and take in every aspect of the car and look at everything, you could spend a whole day in here.
You can. I say that about most of the galleries, right? If you really go through and read all of the curb signs and learn about each of the cars and explore everything about them, that's why we sell a 2-day pass to the museum, right? People can come for a couple days if they'd like to, and spend even more time if you're coming for a car show, because the entire show field fills up with cars, and there's another presentation of hundreds of cars right outside, in addition to what's inside each of the buildings.
What a great day to be here at the Gilmore for our visit. What's going on?
It's an exciting day for us here. We've had for the last year a Corvette exhibit, a main gallery Corvette exhibit depicting generation C1 to C8 Corvettes, right? The earliest in '53 to today's C8 Corvettes. Today we're receiving a delivery of vehicles on loan, very special vehicles on loan from the GM Heritage Center. So the reliable truck behind us is dropping off several Corvettes and concepts. So included are, right next to me is a Corvette Monza GT concept car that is in the Heritage Center collection. We have an example of a Pratt Miller prepared C7R Corvette race car. There's a white C8 that's being backed up off the trailer right now, and then we actually have a Camaro that had a Corvette engine in it and was built purposefully to go break records at the Nürburgring. So those are all going to be new parts of the featured display at the main gallery exhibit.
And I don't think this car gets out much because I've only seen it in a book.
Yeah, it's we're very, very fortunate and appreciative to General Motors and the GM Heritage Center to share a piece of history and their company history and design history. And it's really easy to see when you're looking at these how some of these concept cars from that era ultimately shaped the design for the next generation Corvettes to come.
Well, we picked a great day to be here, and we appreciate all the attention you were able to give us and take time out of your busy day with all the stuff you got going on. You certainly are a busy person.
It's great to have you here. Thanks. Again, we want folks to come out and visit us here in Hickory Corners, Michigan at the Gilmore Car Museum. And really, we're trying to get folks out here for the first time to see all that we have to offer. 400 cars and motorcycles on display, and car shows, events, concerts, things happening going on every single weekend. And we want to get them out here for the first time, or maybe for the first time in 20 years, because if they come out now, they probably wouldn't recognize the place with all the development and all the new additions to the campus.
I agree, and you won't be disappointed. Make the trip. Brian, it's great to be back with you today.
Thank you.
And you have something really unique you don't see on a car lot much.
Yes, kind of have an interesting, I guess, a commercial or contractor's piece here. We've got a 2014 Nissan NV2500 HD.
So a utility vehicle.
A utility vehicle, yes.
Well, it doesn't even look like it's been used. It just looks really clean.
It looks in nice shape. Whoever had it, this was another local trade. We're excited to have it. We haven't had it long, and I don't anticipate keeping it long. I think somebody's going to come by and grab it.
So is it just a shell inside, or what's
let's
in
take
there?
a look.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. There's already racks in there. Some LED lighting. This is ready to go. If you're a contractor right now and you need a new vehicle, you could step right up and get this.
I'd say HVAC, plumbers, you know, anybody. Anybody looking to keep their equipment and tools dry and have a lot of space, this is it.
Yeah. The front seats are in good shape. Of course, it's an automatic. Wow, this is really set somebody up, and it's already made to put your logo right there on the front.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, you said was this a half ton? Is that what
this is actually a 3/4 ton.
3/4 ton.
Yep. So it could hold some weight in there.
And if they want to learn about your inventory, if you have more of these, how do they find out?
Yeah, visit us online at avenueautousedcars.com. Give us a call at 517-780-0022, or you can stop by like you are today, right here on the corner of Lawrence and West Michigan Avenue, right here in Jackson.
And you're open on Saturdays?
We are open on Saturdays.
And you do some service here?
We do offer service, yes.
So, full service?
Full service and sales, we're here for you.
Wasn't it Gilmore awesome? So much to see and do there. We're going to be going back there for season 2. And this is it. This is the final episode for season 1. And we want to thank our title sponsor, America's Preferred Home Warranty, Huff's Auto Group, and Avenue Auto and JTV. I also want to thank my cameraman, producer, and editor, Noah Baker, for putting up with all the shenanigans and the retakes. It's been a lot of fun. We've seen a lot, from a high school student who was restoring his own car, a Wood S10, to a Suburban, to the Woodward Dream Cruise. We went to the Autorama and, the Gilmore. Just think, and that whole time I lost 50 pounds. Who knows what's going to happen for season 2, so stay tuned. And I got to get this bubble grinding out, and I got to get to repairing it. I just don't know if I can. Normally you're not allowed to sit in the cars here at the Gilmore Car Museum, but this one you're encouraged. It's already made to put your logo right there on the front.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll let you close that since I'm not.
Look at all that white space there.